All right, hello, welcome back to Dead Air. Holy cow, that's Bad Ashley. Bad Ashley can be found on the Bad Ashley Band on Instagram. Yeah, so give them a shout out. They do the music for us. They're really nice.
Oh, nice.
They're from a band that we found from back east. Hello, Redban. Welcome back.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Good. Congratulations on everything that's going on with you.
Oh, yeah. Fun times.
And everybody's healthy, 100%. Everybody looks healthy and wise. And I'm very excited about today's show. I've got two real talented dominoes, if I can say the word dominoes.
Whoa.
That means that's a good thing, right?
I'll take it.
And
Sounds good.
and I'm excited that you both were able to come here. Redban and I were up late last night with the producers. It's hard to get guests. We it's not like we vent you, but certainly we don't want to just bring anybody into Dead Air. And you guys were hands down, the producers and some of the affiliates. They just said they had no problem with it whatsoever.
You showed us the corporate, and they approved, and it was great.
It was the smoothest booking, and you guys were available too, so that counts.
Wow.
Right? And that's a nice
Face?
shirt.
Yeah.
So let me introduce my guest today. I'm going to start off with Dylan Sullivan. Dylan Sullivan, welcome to Dead Air.
Thanks for having me, Brian. Holtzman.
Tell us a little about yourself. You're originally from. Where are you originally from? Here we go.
Here we go. We're starting off hot.
Dead Air starts.
Yeah. I was born in San Antonio, Texas, and then most of my life in Aurora, Colorado.
And you're a very funny comic and entertainer and writer. And just anything.
Had a great late night set on Lights Out with David Spade.
Oh,
right.
thank you very much.
Yeah, it was awesome, man.
Right?
Right before the pandemic hit.
You got it just in time, dude.
Yeah, I got my first one right before it hit. So yeah, it's been a fun time living here in LA doing comedy. Obviously, going to the Comedy Store, seeing Holtzman late night.
And I got to see you at the Improv. Remember the night I was there?
I do. That was great.
And I got to see you were very, very funny. Very, very funny. Yeah, I liked it a lot.
I think I was really pissed the night that that you saw me. So I think it was more venting, but it was a fun time.
Are you? I'd like to swear you in if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
Quran or Bible?
I'll go Bible.
Okay, just put your hand on the Bible and raise your other hand, and just promise to tell the whole truth, but nothing but the truth. So help you God while you're on this podcast.
I do.
Great, thank you. You can lie your ass off once you leave, but we like.
You just got married to Holtzman, dude. What just happened? I can't believe you let yourself do that quickly, man. He just tricked you, dude.
No questions. Too simple.
And
All right, now we're going on a honeymoon right after this. Right after this.
you don't mind if I call you Donnie, do you?
No, go for it.
And my next guest is a musician, a Kill Tony saxophone player, actor, writer. I looked at some. We do some research on this show, and it's just too much to mention, man. What haven't you done? That's what I said to my assistant. What hasn't Jeremiah Watkins done? Holy cow! What haven't you really? I mean, you're on. Just why don't you raffle off 20 things? There's a lot of things, right?
There's a
You're
decent amount
a
of things
busy
I
guy.
I try to, I'm a bit of a workaholic. I like to,
are.
to go, and try to do as much as I can.
And you're originally from Kansas?
Originally from Kansas.
And congratulations on the newborn. Is that
In April. It's happening in April. Yeah.
Do you know do you know what sex the child is going to be?
We'll let them decide, Brian. It's a boy. It's a boy.
All right.
Yeah.
So are you gonna? So you won't have one of those? What do they call them? Reveal parties?
Gender reveals? No.
You already know.
I already did. I did it with an Instagram video because I didn't care about it. Like I just told people what it's going to be.
How does that work? Who knows about the sex of the child? Everybody except. Nobody knows except one of the persons at the party?
I think they have it sealed up, and so that no one knows. So they
nobody knows.
Nobody knows, yeah.
So do they have to pay somebody to keep that secret?
No,
or
I think you
something?
just tell the doctor, like, hey, put it in an envelope or something. You know,
Oh,
don't
so
tell
nobody
them.
knows.
Yeah, a lot of times what they'll do is the doctor will tell you the results in an envelope, and then you hand it to the baker, and then the baker will make the cake blue or pink based on the kid. And so the baker's the first one to know outside the doctor, outside of the couple.
Somebody's got to know, right?
Yeah, somebody.
You don't mind swearing in, do you?
Okay, sure.
Quran or the Bible?
I'll take the Bible.
About the same. Okay. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God while you're on dead air?
Absolutely.
All right, well, you're
guy.
not married, Jeremiah.
Dude, don't
Yeah.
tell my wife about this podcast.
I lowered my seat on purpose this time because we were just talking about before we came on air how these the talk show hosts, they have to be 3 or 4 heads above
It's
their
a status
their guests,
thing.
you know?
Right.
And then so the guests are like this, looking up, being interviewed like come on, you know, be a man. You know, you can look at people in the eyes. You don't need to be up here.
Right.
What kind of macho, you know, like this, you know?
Yeah. They got the giant
Conan
desk.
O'Brien is up here, you know? It's so stupid. It's so
Where are
obvious.
you from?
It's great to be here.
I want to shout out to can you say that first name?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to butcher it.
Vinicio Guillermo Reyes.
You did a great job. I would have butchered that till the cows came home. He's from South Africa. He's a good guy. He's starting to do some comedy down there, and I found him on social media, and he does some great work. And John Lee and Jessica Biel, I'm glad you enjoyed your shirts. I'm glad they came on time.
Jessica Biel. Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa, Seventh Heaven reboot in here. You got the Bibles ready to go and everything.
So this is Dead Air 44. What we do is we do some items of interest, and you guys jump in anytime you want on the items of interest.
Okay.
Anytime you want. There's no rules here.
Got it.
You can even, there's no rules on this podcast. It's I guess very unorganized.
Lawless.
Hey, Brian, by the way, Jeremiah's new special just came out.
Yeah, tell us about the new special, Jeremiah.
Yeah. This is for you actually. This is your copy.
Oh, right.
That's an audio album. Jeremiah Watkins Family Reunion. It's on Amazon Prime. You can rent it right now. It's only $5. Or if you don't use Prime, you can use something like Apple TV. You can use Google Play, Video on Demand, Vimeo. There's a lot of platforms that you can also rent it on.
And don't fucking rent it. Be a man. Like, who rents it?
Wow, very good.
Yeah, debut 1-hour special.
Thank you.
So I'm excited about it. Yeah.
And maybe I should. I brought some items for you guys. I'll just get this going a little bit. The weather today is it's 76 degrees today in Burbank. We really could do this. The weather doesn't change in Burbank. I don't know why I do the weather, but it's fun for people that aren't from Southern California to see what's going on, especially when it starts snowing back in Kansas and Chicago.
Right.
I thought Chicago was a play. I never knew it was a real place.
I thought it was a pizza.
They just made it a place, I think.
Did they? After
after
the other accolades?
After the success of the pizza place.
Okay, cool,
For sure.
cool.
And it was so great when I did Kill Tony, and I worked for a police department for a number of years.
Did you have the mustache then?
I think I did.
Yeah, you have to. You have to. Without it, I don't know, man.
And you guys dressed up that evening as cops. You remember that one?
Yeah.
Oh man, that was something else. I looked over and they were cops, and I was just like, "Oh my god!"
Weird flashbacks
Oh
for you.
no, you gotta be kidding.
Oh, look at that. Oh, wait.
That was, you guys are terrific. I tell you, it was just terrific. I missed that energy.
There we go. Yeah.
Yep.
You had that beautiful suit on, Brian.
Look at that.
Wow. The red suit.
Look at that retard. He just keeps clapping. He doesn't know what he's clapping for. Look at him. Like a special needs adult. Trying to fit in. Trying to fit in.
He's so
You're really going for it.
Oh, man. Oh, the crowds were unbelievable. Oh, my God.
Mondays.
Packed.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's 76 degrees today, and Celsius is 24.4 for our Canadian friends. The biometric pressure is 30.5 inches. The dew point is 15 degrees, and Celsius is negative 9.4, and the dew point, I believe that's a negative. Winds are the same, south 5 to 10 miles per hour. I don't think the winds ever change in Burbank. They've been 5 to 10 miles per hour for, I guess, what is this, the 44th show? Wow. We missed a few shows for COVID, and I went to Florida, and some shows, Redban, were out of town. And then we had some problems with some of the sponsors, and a couple of shows were delayed for that. So 44 times, plus the fact that the days that we weren't here, it's even longer than 44 shows.
Yeah, it's been probably the length of more like 52 shows.
It could be.
And you know what? It's the 1 year anniversary of the show today, folks. It's happening right here.
Clap, Brian, clap.
Is it Redban?
It's the 1 year anniversary of the show today. And guess what? The winds are soothing and calm in Burbank, California. It's not dead air, it's calm air today.
Right. What do you think about that, Donnie?
Oh wow, a lot of things, a lot of numbers getting thrown at me, but what a time to have the year anniversary and a good wind on the day.
The moon is going to be a waning crescent. You'll be able to see 32% of the moon tonight. High tide is at 4:53 p.m. Sunset is at 4:45 p.m. Tomorrow will be 34 seconds shorter than today. Humidity is 10%. Ultraviolet rays is 3. Air quality is moderate. Visibility is 10 miles. It's always 10 miles. I guess that's the naked eye.
Yeah.
And participation, 1%. The hottest place in the world today is Australia at the Richmond Airport, 108 degrees Fahrenheit, 42.4 degrees Celsius. The coldest is in Russia. Man, help me with that, Jeremiah.
Yon Yakon. Russia, Yon Yakon.
Wow, that's good.
Yon Yakon.
Sun's going down early.
Negative 62.9 and negative 52.4 Celsius. The wettest place is in Indonesia with 6.9.
The wettest?
Indonesia.
Indonesia?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
For more than one reason.
Don't get me started on the ladies over there.
At 177 millimeters. And earthquake watch. We just had some earthquakes just about 45 minutes ago. 5.3 in Alaska. But the time change, it came in around 10:50 p.m. We had one in Puerto Rico at 2.6. Puerto Rico's always getting hit about 40 minutes ago. And
Did you write down 40 minutes?
yeah, you know me.
That's what it says.
40 minutes ago.
Still 40.
So that's the weather.
No.
Wow, that's a
feel
lot
good.
to think about.
Yeah, I know, right? A lot of numbers going on. I went to this place called Mount Diablo in the Bay Area, and it is second to Mount Kilimanjaro for scenic view, 360-degree scenic view. It's the number 2 in the world.
Now, how long does it take to get up to the top?
It takes a while. It's about a 45-minute drive up.
Oh, I see. So you can drive. You don't have
drive.
to hike.
No, I didn't climb it.
Really? I have to do that.
It's pretty cool.
God knows we have time now to do everything like that.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, this is somebody, and they didn't even go up. They just showed the tower a second ago. When you go up into the lookout tower, it's even bigger. But this is part of the view. It's pretty incredible.
And how far is it from San Francisco City? You know,
It's about I would want to say with the drive, it would probably be an hour and a half.
so relatively close to the city.
Yeah, relatively close. Because my wife's family is from the somewhere that's like 40 minutes east of San Francisco. So and that's other people
What
looking out.
What was the temperature up there?
It was real cold.
What about the wind?
I did not.
Gotta
Guys,
remember
I don't
that.
want to get into the wind, but it was pretty...
Are you mocking his
No, not at all. I'm curious. I'm curious.
Yeah, wait a second. Were you just mocking me?
No. We're talking
Wait a second,
about the
Brian.
weather.
Let's get into this.
My mock meter went off, Dylan.
No, come
Or
on.
Donnie, or whatever the hell your name is.
Come on. I'm just wondering what the weather's
Oh,
like.
we can't look at scenic views on this podcast without me being made fun of?
I'm
Huh?
loving it. I'm loving it.
Oh, really?
Great
Okay.
description of the area.
All right.
Killing it.
Let's do Today in History. Today in History, this is some items that I think everybody will enjoy to hear about. 1793, the first New York City newspaper was made by Noah Webster. He died when he was 84. He had 8 kids. He also was the first guy who did, which is important to you guys in show business, he was the, look at the way they're sticking already. He,
Whoa, and I thought the women from Indonesia were wet.
he's the first guy who started copyright law.
Oh,
Cool.
1831 copyright law. He started it. He was a politician. He was a writer, an essay, a speaker. I mean, he was just like he was something else. This Noah Webster.
wow.
Wow.
1930. Go ahead.
I had to get the special. I had to go through copyright stuff with the special before it was released, and it took a bit. Like because of COVID, like I had to send them multiple times the special in like a different way so they could review it and then be like, okay, this is yours. But it was
Like
Oh,
what was like some of the
wow.
reasons? Was it like you can't say Pepsi or something, or was it?
no, it was more just like usually I've had other things like go through copyright that it was quick, but because it was something that was an hour long, it just took longer. Like first I sent like a file and then they didn't accept it for like months because of COVID and stuff like that. They were like, we're not reviewing things right now. I'm like, well, I kind of have to submit, and then I had to resubmit like a smaller file size so then they would watch it, and it just took a long time. It took about 3-4 months.
Wow.
So you didn't send the whole hour. You sent portions of it to make it easy for them to do it.
I had to like keep like compressing it to make it smaller. Like
Did they reject
like
anything?
in file size?
Did they kick back anything?
No, not that I. Yeah.
Wow, who paid? Did you have to pay for that service?
Yeah, it's not very expensive. It's like it's something like $50 or $100, something like that, to get something copywritten to say like this is yours.
So
Yeah.
once you got the okay that everything was yours, then you could go and produce the product.
Yeah, you have to make sure you go through that before it goes out on any of those platforms. Otherwise, then somebody can accuse you of whatever or
Plagiarism.
Yeah.
Wow. 1935. 1935. The Heisman
And
Trophy.
the wind was strong that day. And I submitted
Yeah,
the
I was a
copyright,
wind,
all right,
Jeremiah.
Dylan?
What was the temperature like that
Oh,
day?
it was a cold day, all right?
No, it was good.
Wow, you're very militant, Dylan.
I don't know what I woke
This
up on
guy's
the wrong
roasting
side
me
of
like
the,
crazy.
on the bed today.
He's usually very jovial, but I feel very threatened today by
that
Dylan.
ended a while ago. It's done.
1935, the first Heisman Trophy was awarded for the first time to a guy named Jay Bergwanger. It's the NCAA football trophy, and it comes from a guy who was named John Heisman. He was a coach with all these colleges. He was like and he owned this athletic club, so that's why they named it after him. And OJ sold his for $130,000.
His Heisman Trophy, he sold it?
Right.
Wow.
But from 1999 onward, it's against the law to sell your trophy. And
More
then,
people selling it?
OJ sold his, yeah.
Oh,
Does
wow.
it say what it's made out of?
No, but I presume it's
It's got to be pretty. If they don't want people selling it, it's got to be something pretty sturdy, right?
it's probably made out
Bronze.
of bronze. And the reason they make two now is one guy gave it to this college so everybody in the college could share it. Mm-hmm. So that's why now they make two, one for the
One for the college,
cool.
one for the player.
yeah.
Right.
That's cool.
So I thought that was that happened today, the Heisman Trophy. It used to be called the DAC Trophy, Downtown Athletic Club Trophy. DAC until that guy died, John Heisman.
You know, there's only been one person that's won 2 Heisman trophies, and that's Ohio State's Archie Griffin.
Ooh, that's some Ohio State knowledge right there that only somebody from Ohio would know.
How great of a player was he to win 2?
He was badass, like everyone from Ohio State.
And no one's won twice since. He was the only one.
1950, Harry Gold gets 30 years in prison for helping Klaus Fuchs share information with the Soviets about the Manhattan Project. 1950.
That guy.
This guy.
He was.
Is that the guy that got the 30 years, or is that the Russian spy?
It's Ben Glebe.
You know who does the best Ben Glebe impression? Have you heard Santino's Glebe?
No.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, that's hilarious.
You got to ask
imagine what it
Santino
would
the
be
next
like.
time. It's spot on. This is spot on.
So he was a U.S. He was selling secrets to the
Yeah,
Russians?
he was helping the Soviets with information about the atomic program, the Manhattan Project,
Wow.
1950.
And where's this guy from?
It doesn't say. He's probably from
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
I wonder how much cash he got for selling those secrets. Because that was the first atomic bomb. So everyone was racing towards that, right?
Yeah.
They sure were.
And so
You got to be really
Gotta
good
be a
money,
pretty
right?
penny.
Yeah, for literally atomic bombs.
yeah.
Like when
Wonder what that negotiation was like.
1953, the Red Scare happened.
Uh-huh.
The Red Scare. General Electric fired everybody that they thought was a communist.
Right. That was pretty big in Hollywood, right? They had a
Yes.
big trying to
big blacklist.
witch hunt everybody.
How hard it is to get work, and then you get blacklisted because you're supposedly a communist?
Yeah, I wonder how many were actually communists. I bet not that many.
No.
Probably not.
Because people just wanted to tell people to get out of the business so they could get the job.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, he's a commie. He's my boss.
Now, 1958, the Red Scare was after World War I and after World War II. In 1958, the John Birch Society is founded. Well, I failed to look at it. What is that actually, that John Birch Society? Maybe one of the listeners will call in.
The society was established in Indianapolis, a group of 12 led by Robert W. Welch, retired candy manufacturer from Belmont, Massachusetts.
I forgot.
It's a right-wing something.
Oh, I see. John Birch Society. 1965, the first Charlie Brown Christmas
Yeah.
Wow, love that movie.
what is it?
Debut.
Debuted on. It's not an easy language.
It's called a duvet. That's the correct pronunciation.
On CBS, the Charlie Brown's Christmas.
Oh wow,
1965.
What a classic! This is my family's go-to.
I don't think it's on anymore.
Yeah, we have a VHS copy and a DVD copy.
They don't show it anymore. I don't think Redban.
It seems like they show it every year to me.
Oh yeah.
You can find it.
But they show it once. It's usually CBS. It's usually like...
Who's the towel? Or who's the blanket kid? Lionel? Was it?
Linus?
Linus, something
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
He comes at the end and gives a Christmas speech, and that's my mom makes us watch this movie every year. Charlie Brown's just trying to get this Christmas tree. No one gives him any fucking respect because they give him one job, and he's like, you know what? Let's make this tree work. And he goes, and all of his classmates are little shits about him, like, oh, you're stupid, Charlie Brown. That's the worst fucking tree I've ever seen. But it has a good message at the end. Great movie.
Linus was the first Kenny from South Park.
Really?
Dirty, poor son of a bitch.
That piece of shit.
And the last one, 1979, goodbye to the smallpox virus was, what does it say? It was driven to extinction.
Isn't smallpox just come back recently? I thought it did.
I don't know.
You want to handle
I
this,
thought I've heard-
Jeremiah?
I don't know if I've heard if smallpox came back or not.
Maybe I'm thinking of
I
something.
mean, maybe it did. Like, maybe some hipsters injected each other with it, and
Yeah.
they're like, let's feel something.
That list just kind of made me seem like I don't really know anything about the world.
yeah, for sure.
Ask me about some TikToks.
No, but it's fun when you think about 1700s, and you realize, wow, there's been problems for a long time.
Right? yeah.
Just not now, People are just so crazy. They think it's just
We just had it good for a while.
we had it real good for a while. Now people are just freaking.
Right. They got it now.
Jeez.
Oh, small.
So I've got 10 questions for each of you. I'm not sure that's going to be next, but right now is Redban's most favorite part of the show, and a lot of the listeners, this is the items of interest. Have you heard of items of interest?
No.
We had some guests that actually had to get up and leave during items of interest.
Wait, what?
I'm scared.
Wait, why?
A little
Why?
scared.
Well,
walked
they
out.
just didn't care for it. They didn't.
Wow, wait, what?
They thought that I should be talking to them and asking them about them, and I was, I get to that, but first we do a little items of interest. Everybody likes items of interest, right?
I like
Yeah,
items
absolutely.
of interest.
And,
Of course, I've always been a fan.
they weren't happening.
I like listening.
Are you mocking me now?
No, I'm not mocking
Hey,
you.
you swore that you would tell the truth,
I promise I will just...
tell right now whether you're lying or not.
All right. I was mocking Jeremiah, but I'm not mocking
Oh!
You worked the door at the Comedy Store too. Is that right?
you. Yeah.
That's part of your resume.
I used to. Yeah.
Give us a good story on the door.
Oh, man. There's...
While you tell that story. You said to be completely honest.
Yeah.
I'm about to pee my pants. I'm going to go pee, and then I'm coming right back, but
No
I want to
problem.
listen to the story. But start the story. I'm going to listen from earshot.
No problem.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe we'll just play some Bad Ashley till he gets back.
Yeah, that's good.
So why do you act like you act? Dan?
I don't fucking know.
I
I'm
mean,
trying to
he's a
figure it
nice
out.
enough gentleman. Why would you lean into him like that?
I think we got like a little like undercurrent of like some competition or some unresolved shit.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I don't know what's
Competition
going-
and show business. Come on,
I don't know.
That's not a reality. That's not a reality.
Exactly. I don't know. We just got some shit to figure
Oh
out.
my
But
god!
I was
So how you going
excited.
with the pandemic? You pulling through? How you doing?
Oh yeah. I've just been chilling out in Colorado, visiting my parents for a while. And then I came back here and just watching movies and staying.
How long were you in Colorado?
I was there for a good 4 or 5 months.
You got brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I got a brother who just moved here from Seattle, and my nephew as well. So they're setting up shop here in Los Angeles, and they got here maybe 3 weeks ago, and then I'm thinking about moving out again. But it's been pretty good. How's it been for you? For the pandemic?
I'll ask the questions if you don't
Okay.
mind.
Yeah,
Dylan.
of course.
So, do you like Colorado?
Yeah, I love it. My folks they have a cabin in the woods, so
It's all right, Dylan. He's back now.
Okay, all right.
Just kind of killing time, Dylan.
Yeah.
That's all that was. Jeremiah's back now. We'll get back on with the show. Thanks. So this is items of interest, and we'll just hit it off and see how far we can go with it.
What was the Comedy Store story?
Go ahead with the comedy story. The doorman comedy. We didn't do it. We were waiting
Yeah,
for you to come back.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to tell that?
it's all right. It's all right. I don't want to bore.
Yeah. Why would you want to come on a podcast and not want to speak?
Okay. There's a lot. There's I don't know if you any of you guys have had this, but there's this one. I did a opening for opening the show, and then after the show, there's this couple who came out. And they were like, the wife was like, "Oh, I really enjoyed your comedy, but just so you know, my husband doesn't like you." And I was like, "All right, well, why'd you gotta mention that, And she's like, "Oh, I just thought I'd let you know."
Stupid
There's
people.
so many people that that's
why I
are too
run
honest.
I run away after my show. I just run away. When I was coming up, you know, you always get those people, they come right up to you and they say, well, you know, I don't think. Oh, come on. You know, people defeat the whole purpose of comedy. You guys have to agree with me. If you take it serious or you take it verbatim or you even get angry at it, even if you don't like it, you've just defeated the whole purpose of it. It's about pulling people's legs. It's about pulling people's legs.
I had a lady come up to me after a show once. She goes, I really liked your show, but can I give you a suggestion? And I looked at her, I go, no. And she goes, what do you mean I can't give you a suggestion? I go, whatever you're about to say is not going to be positive or good, so I'd rather you keep that to yourself. And then I moved on. Right. Like, it's not like I've been in that situation way too many times. But one more thing, could I, like, the follow-up is always negative, no matter what.
Right.
Like, it's nothing that's going to be good ever. So, like, when people are like, hey, can I give you a note? It's like, no, I'm good. I got it.
They don't have any critical thinking. There's no critical thinking.
Well, yeah, they wouldn't do that
They're pulling the rug right out of the whole, the logistics of it. The whole thing is based on, you know, it's. I don't know. They're not educated about what's going on.
Right, it's like basic conversation. You wouldn't if you did anything else, and even if you didn't enjoy it, you wouldn't go up to the person and be like, "This isn't what I didn't enjoy about you." Right. Like, that's fucking crazy. You know?
Hey, that cut of meat that butcher gave me was really good, but there was one time I bit a little bit too much fat in that one area. Let me go tell that butcher
let me
something
bring this
real
up.
quick. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, they think they can take you to task. Kicker Sarah Fuller has made history as the first woman to take the field in a Power 5 college football game. Fuller is a goalkeeper on a Vanderbilt University's women's soccer team, which won the SNS SEC tournament championship last Sunday. You know, tell us what SEC stands for. I don't know what SEC stands for, but when all the football teams' kickers had to go into quarantine, the college senior was summoned less than a week before game time to play against Missouri. Fuller kicked off to start the second half of the game and will stay on the roster of the Vanderbilt team. So that's nice. They don't care how you go to the bathroom. They just want somebody who can kick the damn ball through the uprights.
Yeah.
Is that her?
Yeah.
I bet you can't pat her on the ass, though. Me too. You're right out of the field, you know? You just kind of have to say, good job.
Hey.
There she goes. Oh, yeah. They hit her on the shoulder. Don't hit her in the ass. Hit her in the shoulder. On the shoulder. Don't hit her in the ass.
Yeah. How many Me Too point conversions are they getting on these games? Hello.
Shoulder. Number 39. Now they got to build a separate locker room for her, a separate shower, separate entrance. Oh, they got to keep people from throwing cow blood on her, and if she wins, lose. You know, it gets crazy.
It's a lot.
Arizona is launching a new campaign to attract more tourists, even as coronavirus surge fills its hospitals. Governor Doug Ducey, $4 million campaign, targets potential visitors from hard-hit Midwestern states. It doesn't make sense to encourage more people to come, said former state health director Will Humble. He said Arizona should ask people to go home. This is one for Joe Rogan. After a deer hunter in the Czech Republic had his rifle stolen by a stag. I guess a stag is a male...
Yes, male deer. Yes.
A male deer.
Yes. In Czech Republic, yes.
Who charged at him, somehow snagged the weapon on his antlers and ran off with it. Police said it was a scenario that a film director would not invent. And if that happened to Joe Rogan, he would just run after that deer and karate chop him.
Smack him, bite him in the neck.
Give me that rifle back. Here's one about Webster announced the pandemic is the 2020's word of the year, pandemic. So everybody knew that. This is one...
You're so stupid.
This is one...
Brian.
This is
pulling up the Webster TV show.
This is one you guys will have to explain to me. They said after 4 quarterbacks on the Denver Broncos roster were excluded from a game against New Orleans Saints after exposure to coronavirus, with play calling duties handled by running backs and wide receivers. The Broncos completed only one pass and lost 31-3. Does that mean there was no quarterback?
I know that the Ohio State Michigan game was canceled because like so many players had COVID, they just couldn't do it.
I mean, that was the whole idea behind the dome in was it Florida for the NBA? That was the whole idea. Is you couldn't leave that dome.
Right.
Yeah,
the lockdown, the bubble, or whatever they want to call it.
Yeah, Disney World.
Yeah.
They had to build a strip club inside the dome.
Daisy, get off! These are dome escorts. They don't leave the dome. Wow.
Dozens of posters were put up in New York City featuring Ivanka Trump's face under the headline, "Not Wanted." The posters described her as fake posh with dead eyes, and she wasn't welcome to return. Wow. Well, she's doing the best she can.
She's hot.
Oh, there they are.
Ivanka, there you are.
Hey, isn't this great? He pulls it up, so you know I'm just not making it up. Jeremiah, I'm not making it up. See, he pulls it up, you know?
Yeah.
Well, wait,
It's right there.
wait a second. We didn't swear you in. Wait a second. Wait just a second. We're supposed to be telling the truth the whole time, but Holtzman doesn't even get sworn in. I don't know about this.
A little suspicious.
What would you choose, the Quran or the Bible?
I'd put them both together, so in case there's any loopholes, I want to cover my bases, you know?
They do contradict each other, so.
But they use the same characters. People don't know that. I haven't finished this Quran yet. I got this when I was in Dubai, I think. And it's really easier to read compared to the Bible. Everybody knows how difficult the Bible is. We read books all the time, but I've never read the Bible front to back. Never.
No.
I grew up super religious, and I've never.
It's a
read the
hard
Bible
book.
From front
It
to
just
back.
keeps
Yeah.
repeating itself and talking about stuff. And they mention Jesus in here and David and King David. I mean, it's just amazing. People put this Quran down, but if you put this down, you're putting the Bible down too. If you want to be truthful, but if you want to be like Sullivan. Are you Mexican?
Yeah.
Mexican Irish?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, if you're not sure, it's okay.
No, I am. My mom's side's Mexican and my dad's side's Irish.
Wow, you just sniffed that out like that. You went back to your cop days. You just pulled that out of him right away. He's like, hey, what are you? Mexican?
What do you think
Irish?
about locking kids in cages?
What do I think about it? I don't know.
You don't really care, do you?
Not. I mean, I care if someone asked me, but if I were to be honest,
So, but you don't think about it. Being from Mexico, you don't think about it.
well, I don't think it's right that kids are in cages. I think there should be a way that, I don't know, to immigrate here, fairly. I don't think cages are necessarily a good idea.
Well, let me tell you one thing. We don't get into politics on Dead Air.
Yeah, no politics. I'm just talking about kids in cages.
Look how they used to have babies in cages. They used to just put them outside, like an air conditioning unit on the side of your house. It was considered a good thing.
Now you know what to do, Jeremiah. When your baby
All
goes.
right.
Yeah.
Look at those little babies. Get me out of this cage. Adorable.
Let me give you some advice too, Jeremiah, if I can, because
Yeah.
I think it's going to help. You probably already know, but maybe some of our listeners do. It makes me sick when I hear adults talk to their newborn children like babies. You don't. You talk to them like they're Wall Street bankers because they take everything
They
in.
develop way faster and
Way
stronger.
faster.
Yeah.
Really?
You
Yeah,
get
if
people
you
like,
don't coddle them
Goo
like
Goo
that,
Gaga,
like,
how
"Hey,
are
hi,
you doing?" Treating them like like their brain is deformed or something.
Right.
You talk to them like you talk to adults right from the get-go. And
they'll
you'll
pick
see
up.
that kid will be smart as a whip.
I
He'll
can
be so
imagine.
heads and tails over everybody. If my parents had talked to me like an adult, if they had talked to me at all. Anyway, I want to move on with the Adams.
When did you say your first word?
Oh, I don't know. When do you start talking?
Like 8, right?
So yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
baby
Talk to
smoking
him
a
like a
cigarette.
Yeah.
That's
was
a baby that was raised right.
Yeah, it helped his lungs, get hard, at a
His
young age.
eyelashes grow pretty good too. Look at the eyelashes on that
And
character.
like they used to also keep them in like these tank things during World War II, like kind of like a gas oven.
That is so
Wow.
weird.
That must be Germany. Wow.
Please don't kiss me.
Man, we're gonna
But while the mom is smoking a cigarette, I love that.
we're gonna look back at see
Wait,
old
what?
people without masks. God, it's gonna be just crazy. Brazil is burning and logging the Amazon rainforest at a pace not seen in over a decade. A report out this week revealed that deforestation has soared since. So they're cutting all the trees down. I can't believe this. I was thinking about this the other day. The oxygen is from the trees. If you came from another planet and you said, why would you cut your source of air?
Yeah.
Right.
Figure out how to build homes out of something else.
Right. Right. Especially nowadays. Fern Gully.
Here's a one out of Brazil for you bank robbers. A gang of at least 30 criminals staged a nighttime raid on a Brazilian bank this week, blasting explosives, firing automatic weapons, and taking hostages as human shields. To slow the security forces, the gang set fire to vehicles in a tunnel on the main road to the city. Then attacked the bank and the police headquarters before speeding out of town in a convoy of 10 black cars. Wow, you can't fail if you got that kind of firepower. That's in Brazil, so don't try to cash a check in Brazil. God, you probably don't have any money. What's going to happen here? See, Americans have it really good. They don't know just how good they have it here.
Yeah.
Complaining about every damn thing there is to complain about. Oh, that's a job you don't want. Jeez, that's the bomb disposal guy.
That has to be one of the worst jobs. How stressful is that?
Dude.
Wow.
Cutting the wrong wire, potentially? I mean,
Yeah.
it's insane.
Like Hurt Locker.
So you've been you've been on a lot of stages. How do you compare your main room stage? Remember we worked that night,
Yeah.
so we were on the same bill.
Yeah.
How do you like the main room? Doing the stand-up comedies.
Yeah. It's the main room is my favorite room in comedy. It is my favorite room.
Better than an OR.
I'm more of a main room guy than an OR guy. I love the main room. There's something about the main room that makes it feel like more of a performance and more of a just more of a show. The original room feels more to me like I don't know. You see people like working stuff out a little bit more. It's
Right.
more of a workshop. That's what they would call it, really. The original room, like with the main room, it feels like that old school Vegas feel where it's like we're putting on a show tonight. Like we're grabbing the girls, we're going out, we're getting food, we're getting dinner, we're getting drinks. That's the whole glitz
The whole
and
nine
glam.
yards.
It's what I kind of like in my head before I moved from Kansas to California. What I kind of conjured up in my head of what show business is what that main room is to me.
It's like a Vegas type room.
Yeah. It feels like Hollywood. I don't know. The red, the neon lights and everything. I just love that room.
Have you had any experience in the main room, Dylan?
Yeah, it's same thing. I think the red does a big number in that room too. Something about the red carpet,
Yeah.
and like you're saying, it seems like a Vegas.
Right.
Yeah, the lacquer
Yeah.
on that stage is cool. And just because I'm a physical comedian on stage, just so I have room to literally, I don't feel like I'm going to kick anybody in the face or anything
Right.
when I'm in the main room because I have the room to literally go from side to side of the stage and and it's a little bit elevated. I like that. Yeah.
Japan's having trouble with its suicide rate is skyrocketing as people struggle to cope with the stress of the pandemic. In October alone, 2,153 Japanese committed suicide. But they're good at that anyway, right? Didn't they?
There's been more suicide in Japan in October than 10 months of COVID.
Wow.
Oh, just in October?
Yeah.
Dude.
That's higher than the country's total COVID-19 death toll so far.
It's so sad. There's all those
Sweet.
adorable Asian women that just...
Oh, you think it's
You think
women?
it's women?
Right away, I thought of guys. You think it's women taking? I don't think women have the backbone to do that.
Whoa!
No, that's a good thing.
Maybe he was sworn in before.
No, that's a good. That's a good thing not to be able to.
Isn't it
take
more
your
likely
life.
for like? Well, I don't know. There's different categories.
Isn't
of
it a guy
suicide with-
thing? Isn't it a guy thing?
That's what I was starting to
suicide?
think.
Yeah,
But,
I think they do like guys.
Well, guys
have
do it more
violence.
violently. Yeah. But like pills and different things are usually
You're right.
more
I take
female.
that back. Women, they can take a handful of pills.
It says here, October's self-inflicted deaths were up 600 a year, with female suicides about 1/3 of the total. So 1/3 is female.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, that makes sense, I guess. 2/3, 1/3.
It's only a broken nail. You don't have to kill yourself, Sally. But they get upset when they break their nails.
That's why they do it.
Well, they spend a lot of money getting those nail jobs, and then they catch it in the door. They freak out. They just freak out. There's $40 down the drain. They're walking around with one broken nail. It ruins their whole day. It ruins their life. So, yeah, a lot of suicide in Tokyo. We'll just keep going on that one. There was a car attack in Germany. Some guy was drinking and with his Land Rover and went up on the curb. What's going on in Taiwan? This is a pretty good one. A wild scene unfolded in the Taiwanese parliament last week when lawmakers with the opposition party hurled pig hearts, intestines, and other animal innards at the premier. Watch this. Whoa! It's like a battle of the bands in high school. Always fights broke out at the Battle of the Bands in high school. Always.
Wow.
So they were upset about the new law. Oh, yeah, this is what I wanted to talk about. What they're upset with is they want to import American pork. But there's a chemical that European Union and most of Europe and South and Korea, they ban it.
Oh, well,
But
that's
here,
weird.
America's the only place that, it's all about greenbacks. Everything goes. Everything is going. Going.
Everything's going.
It says it's called that contains addictive rectopine. Jeez. Anyway, treated pork. Maybe maybe you can help me with that.
I like the character of you for which one?
Where my thumb is.
Oh, where
right
the
there.
Oh. Ractopamine treated pork
Yeah,
will clear the way for a U.S.-Taiwan free trade agreement, but outraged Taiwanese farmers and parents have vowed to force a referendum over the decision. In pigs, ractopamine is given in the last few weeks before slaughter to boost weight, but it can cause sickness and death. No major studies of its effects on humans have been conducted.
Wow, man, he's got a good speaking voice. You want to do the rest of these? That was great.
I like the idea of a character for you called the Tired Newscaster. Okay. now, basically, you start with the headlines, right? And basically, as you start reading them, you start getting a little sleepy. And then, as the story goes on, you just go,
That's not COVID.
you know what? Just never mind. What's the next story?
I mean, that's pretty much what he does. He's like Porky Pig.
Sometimes it goes better than other times.
I love how you have so many references ready to be pulled out, Brian.
Yeah, they don't. Here's one for for everybody, I guess. This is a pretty item of interest. This was something you'd probably want to keep to yourself, but not this Meghan Markle, Prince Harry's new wife, suffered a miscarriage in July.
Ooh la la.
And she's 39. She recalled suffering a violent cramp while holding her baby son, Archie, and collapsing to her knees. I knew as I clutched my firstborn child that I was losing my second, she wrote. Although at odds with the British royal family after moving to the U.S., Markle and her husband, Prince Harry, reportedly consulted Queen Elizabeth, Prince Charles, and Prince William before disclosing the miscarriage. Markle said she wrote the op-ed to help break the cycle of solidarity mourning. Mourning, and I guess, well, it's not something you want to have a party about. Over miscarriage, but much of the British press was not sympathetic, claiming so-and-so said, for example, wrote that Markle has repeatedly invaded her own privacy. That's a good one. She invaded her own privacy. There's no reason to talk about that kind of stuff. I don't know. What do you think? What do you guys think? Should a woman advertise her miscarriage, or do you think you should just kind of keep that to yourself?
I think it's up to her, really. If she's comfortable talking about it, that's one thing. But for the most part, that's a pretty emotional journey for a lot of women that they have to go through.
It's very heavy, but doesn't it fall a little bit on the same under the same tent as medical? And don't we always want to keep our medical quiet and secret?
That's true. I feel she's probably famous enough where people were going to find out some way. Or maybe she could get blackmailed.
Yeah, or she probably said to, like, hey, I'm preggers. And then it's like, oh, fuck. Now I have to say it because everyone's going to know.
Yeah, that's part of the problem of you really have to wait a while before you start telling people in the safe area, because it's actually a very common thing for women to miscarry. And I'm learning about all this just right now. But, like, when my wife got pregnant, we had to wait quite a while because the chances are pretty high, like for the first 8 weeks, I think. After 12 weeks, that's when you can really start telling people that you're in the clear, that, like, we're pregnant, like, we're having this baby and stuff. But there's a lot of women who miscarriage, like, around that time.
Wow.
Like, and it can be, like, little inconsistencies with, like, you'd be surprised, like, what can actually cause that. Like, if you're exercising too strenuously or anything like that can throw it off, like, pretty quickly.
Watching,
and that's been your miscarriage minute with Jeremiah Watkins on Dead Air with Brian Holtzman.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And when can you tell?
What part of that did you know?
I didn't know that you should wait like 3 months. I didn't know it was like high risk.
Yeah, it's pretty important. Otherwise, it just provides awkward conversation. Like, if you tell people you're pregnant and then you have to make another announcement, like, a few weeks later, like, we actually lost the baby. That's really dramatic.
Right.
Like, imagine all your friends knowing that information. Then people are.
Then they want to know, where's the baby? What happened?
Yeah.
What's happened?
Right.
How come your wife is so skinny, so thin? Where's the baby? She's in a bikini. Where's the baby? Well, it's a tiny baby. It's a very, very small baby. It's the smallest baby. It weighs less than 3 grams. You could smoke the baby. Anyway, I forgot to mention this earlier. You guys are pretty intelligent. You've been to Columbia University, haven't you? Tell us all the colleges you've been to. Are you a college student as well?
I have an Associate of the Arts degree.
See?
So there you go.
No, I admire people. I like smart people. I like smart people. I know Redban does too.
Oh yeah.
It's great to be. Oh yeah. It's great to get an education and learn stuff.
Yeah,
it just rubs me the wrong way when the smart people can't talk to the lay people in a way that they can understand.
Sure.
Like that Tyson character with the stars.
Which one?
Mike Tyson?
No, the guy who's always talking about the black holes.
Elon Musk?
Oh,
Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Oh, yeah. He's so smart that you don't even know what he's saying. That's how smart he is.
Yeah.
Break it down so we can understand what you're saying,
Right. Right, because sometimes
It's no good if you can't break it down.
Right.
How has somebody
right.
not done the character of Mike DeGrasse Tyson?
Oh my Christ, though.
Hey, you see these stars? There's a lot of stars out here, and there's a lot of black holes. And
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's good at math, but we know as much as he knows about really what's out there. Agreed?
It's true.
Right.
if we don't take care of this planet Earth, planet Earth's gonna murder our children.
And so you went to Columbia University?
Yeah, Columbia College, Chicago. It was like a
Who paid
art
for that?
school. Dad. Mom and Dad helped me out.
You had a good job, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I had a good job. And then, so they were able to help me out with that. So that was good.
So you don't have any
fortunate.
college debt?
I still got like 10,000, but
You think your dad will pick up that bill?
no, I'm paying that.
Is
I
it
gotta-
a federal loan?
It's through Wells Fargo. I don't know if that's federally
Gotcha.
accredited.
That would be
or-
private. That'd be
yeah,
private.
Yeah, it's private.
There's
the-
a chance if Biden goes through with being elected and everything in February, that's one of his top things that he's wanting to do is clear $50,000 off the top of people's student debt, which I'm hoping is that case because my wife has about 40 grand worth of student debt. So that would be amazing if that just
Right.
gets wiped.
You
That'd
know,
be incredible.
They're lucky I'm not the president. I would just not build one defense project and just wipe everybody's slate clean.
Right.
Let's just
Yeah.
not build the
Right.
F-8 900Z Stealth bomber
Right. Right.
and just wipe it clean.
Yeah.
because people are getting killed by this stuff, like especially starting out.
Well, also,
and the interest that it accrues are for people. You're trying to like get a life started out, and then especially if you're living in a place like here, you're paying $1,000 for rent, and especially it's like something like stand up, or any like arts or whatever where there's no. So I hope that they clear some of that debt for people. I think that would help a lot.
yeah.
Do you guys like this format? This items of interest?
I just
Yeah.
honestly, I'm being honest. I already swore in. I don't have many opportunities to have this kind of one-on-one time with you, so I'm appreciative of our time together because.
Well, you're so busy. You're so busy.
No, just even at the Comedy Store,
Right.
we get a riff in the back halls and stuff like that. But even like going over news topics and stuff with you guys, it's just fun.
Thanks.
And anyway, that's how I feel.
Yeah, that was honest.
Anyway, that was me being honest.
A 70-year-old man. This is a good one. This, I think everybody saw. This is something else. This guy with the cigar in his mouth and everything. This is the kind of guy that you want to be to have your back. This is the guy who pulled his dog out of the alligator's mouth.
Oh shit!
Did you see it?
No, I
Oh,
haven't
this
heard
is
about
great. I love it when they haven't seen it. This is an item of interest. Look at this character. This happened in Florida. This man demonstrated near superhuman courage and strength in saving his puppy from the jaws of an alligator. Richard Wilbanks says he was walking Gunner along a pond in Florida when a 4-foot gator leaped from the water like a missile and grabbed the King Charles Cocker Spaniel in its mouth. Wilbanks jumped into the muddy water, found the gator, and pried open its jaws with enormous effort. It had Gunner in a vice-like grip, he said later, and I just rushed in. Look at this freaking guy.
Wow.
This is a guy. This is everybody's dad.
Out like a missile.
The sound of his puppy's cries are too upsetting, so we're not sharing it.
They're like children to us.
Wilbanks pried open the gator's mouth and saved his dog, Gunner.
He hit
Wow.
one little puncture wound. My hands were just chewed up.
Even after being dragged underwater in the jaws of a gator, Gunner is doing just fine.
And I was able to save Gunner's life.
But how did this terrifying encounter get recorded?
Wow.
The answer, a partnership between the Florida Wildlife Federation and the F-Stop Foundation.
The video was jarring.
Meredith Budd is the regional policy director at the Florida Wildlife Federation. They typically capture videos of things like deer or bobcats, not this, and it's all part of a campaign for sharing the
Look at him go. He's a wild man.
That's crazy. I would have done that too, though, and then I would have
Their
fucking
goal is to help
thrown that
people
alligator
appreciate
into a
and
street.
understand the wildlife.
I would like to think I would have done it.
Yeah.
I don't know how I would react.
If it's your dog, you probably would, especially
Yeah.
with it's that small of an alligator or whatever.
How did his hands
Yeah.
heal from that? You're literally pulling
Against knives.
against knives. Yeah.
It's like when the dog goes in the water. The whole family goes in to get the dog, and they drown, some of them. And then the grandmother goes in and she drowns, and then the son and they all drown.
Right.
Now, if it was Bobby, Bobby who drinks a little bit too much and takes drugs, no one would jump in the water. They'd let Bobby just drown. It's the animals that they really save. They're not gonna. They'll call 911 for Bobby.
yeah, they're not jumping in the water.
They're not jumping in the water for Bobby.
I really did. I just.
But also, Bobby's not making that.
And did you see the news? They didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings. This is why comedy is so damaged. They didn't want to let the dog. They didn't want us to hear the dog's cries for help.
The actual, just the
Well,
audio.
that's part of how cool it was because it survives.
I know. I wanted to hear the raw audio of that.
The dog was just yelling. Help me.
Get off my puppy!
Listen, hey, unhand gunner, what are you doing? Hey, you're the gator, what are you doing? Hey, you unhand this carcass baby right now. Listen, it's my dog Gunner, and it brings joy to my life. You better take it. Hey, you hurt my head now. I'm gonna finish this cigar right after I'm done. Ain't taking you out.
I'd love to have that guy on the show, huh?
Yeah.
Wouldn't he be a great guest?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you can pull this one up, Redban. This is about a botched restoration of an early 20th century statue on an ornate building in Spain.
Yeah, I saw this.
Has provoked widespread
Somebody needs to
ridicule.
be fired from these restorations. This is a common occurrence where they restore a statue.
Oh my! Look at that. It looks like Mr. Bill now.
Oh, Mr. Bill! But look at this shit. Like, how are you restoring? That didn't even need to be restored. Look how nice it looks.
Why doesn't Saturday Night Live bring that back? That Mr. Bill was so funny. Why did they bring that back? Why did they bring that back? I don't understand this television.
Look at this.
Everybody
Here's
loved
another
Mr. Bill getting stuck in the
How
elevator.
is that?
Yeah.
That's a real one.
Yep.
That's they messed it up, and that's what it looks like now.
Yeah. There's a bunch of these restorations gone wrong.
Do you think it's a possibility that they're using a chemical or something that should not be used on that old paint, and that's why it's smudging like that? That can be the only thing I
The
can think
chemical
of.
in the pigs.
Yeah,
from Korea.
It's the same stuff.
Well, it's like you're hiring somebody to clean something. That's not an artist, so it's like
Right.
Exactly. You get your house cleaner to draw you something. It's not.
Hey,
gonna,
can you clean up this Rembrandt real quick and make sure it's in tip-top shape?
Yeah,
I
here's
appreciate
another
it.
one. Look at this one. I mean, it looks like a fucking filter from Snapchat.
Well, they definitely they restored it, but that's exactly what it looks like.
I have.
This night looks yucky and all dirty. Let's clean it up a little bit.
I brought you guys a shirt.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, really?
These are the Dead Air T-shirts.
Wow.
I got you a large. Is
Yeah,
that
that's
okay?
perfect. I'm a large.
And these make great Christmas stuffers.
That's awesome.
That's great.
Venmo me those. Anybody who wants one of those? They're
That's so cool.
$35 out the door. I also brought you guys some napkins because of this COVID.
Oh, that's so nice.
This one is Believe in Yourself. Do you want that one?
Thank you.
This one says Summon Your Strength.
Ooh.
Do you want that one?
I'll
Or
need that.
would you like Find Your Fearless?
Find my
Would you
what?
like your find your? Would you like Believe in Yourself, or do you want Believe in Yourself?
Wait, that's Dylan's. That's Dylan's. That's Dylan's. You already gave him the Believe
Find
in
Your
Yourself.
Fearless, and then no, yours was Summon Your Strength, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
could you hand that to Redban, please?
Yes, of course.
What do I get?
You get Find Your Fearless. Oh, we got two the same.
Oh, this is Summon Your Strength.
Oh, fine. Okay. I can't read. I just can't read. I'm telling you. That's for Redban. And so I like.
Can't wait to jerk off later.
You pulled out a blue bag and you're like, and this is my dog's crap. I'm giving you some of my
You
dog's.
guys.
Oh, heck yeah.
You guys are mocking me.
I got two now. No, I got two now. I got two now, Holtzman.
No, since the COVID came, I've got a lot of merch. I got a lot of merch to give out. I'm sorry.
I love
Look at this.
This is
I heard
great.
Holtzman.
I love these little
These
microphones.
are awesome.
Oh yeah, those are so cool.
So
This is so cool.
And so I really appreciate you guys coming on the show. I really do. It's hard in this health situation we're having to get people to come out, you know,
right.
in person. And I think I agree with Redban. It's nicer in person than on the
Well, it's just
the
hard
Zoom,
to hard to connect with people through Zoom and stuff like that. Like this is, I mean, you just handed us your merch just right here, right now. We couldn't have grabbed that through the Zoom screen. I mean, come on.
Brad Williams really fucked up. He should have been selling these microphones and saying that they're his. Actual
This
size.
is brilliant. That is really good. Wow.
It's my microphone. Get out of here.
You made him a little mob boss.
Yeah, it's my microphone. What are you doing here?
The Vatican has launched an investigation after Pope Francis' official Instagram account liked a photo of a Brazilian bikini model. And that Fidel Gilberto's management team crowned that she had received the Pope's official blessing after a post with a racy shot of her dressed.
Oh, you like that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, big Pope Daddy, you like this bitch?
Schoolgirl is endorsed
yeah?
by his account. Has 7.5 million followers.
Open this locker for me with you big meat hook.
You like my meat hooks, baby?
Yeah.
All right, let's get some fettuccine in there.
Oh, some fettuccine? I'll show you some of my bloody pasta.
Yeah.
The Pope doesn't manage his social media account, and the Vatican insisted that Francis himself had not personally liked the photo.
Whatever.
But they were delighted, joking, at least I'm going to heaven. Nearly 7,000 veterans. I have some of these highlighted, but
Wow, is this girl's career just made now?
Oh,
After
yeah.
that, it's gotta be. She can do whatever now. She's literally she can just use that as like, I've been blessed by the Pope. You know what I mean?
Exactly. But I'm sure there's a lot of fucking religious people also attacking her. You know.
Yeah, but there's people on the other side that probably like that so much that that's like a turn on for them now. That
yeah, what a win-win situation for her.
If she, I bet if she has an OnlyFans,
Nice
she
job.
probably does like. I wonder if she does like religious stuff now. That's crazy. You don't have to look it up. I'm just saying.
Some problems with batteries. Startups are racing to figure out how to best recycle used batteries after electrical vehicles, said so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so. A massive influx of EVs over the next decade is creating an e-waste time bomb of spent batteries. Lithium-ion batteries aren't designed with material recovering in mind. The most common recycling method is burning them, but it leaves the recycler with just a fraction of the original material and isn't great for the environment either. Soaking batteries in acid to dissolve the metals into a solution is more costly and difficult because the recyclers must process the cells to remove unwanted plastic casings and drain the charge. But the race to find a better disposable solution is getting more complicated because some manufacturers are eliminating cobalt, a toxin, but scarce and valuable metal recyclers value. So just another headache for planet Earth.
So basically, by trying to be more eco-friendly with some of the electricity, now the batteries are starting to pile up in the landfills. It's like we're right back to where we were with like the gas and everything.
We can't win.
No.
Dylan, what do you think about that?
It's like the same thing with those
Thank you.
windmills.
So, no. Thank you, Dylan.
All right, back to wind again, Dylan. Okay,
No.
live that down.
No, I'm saying they make those power.
No, it's all about wind with you.
You take those power windmills, and then they're like, oh, well, now it's a catastrophe for birds everywhere because the birds hit the fans and they all die. You can't win. even if you
win.
try to do the right thing.
Ask your father. Don't you ask him if he'll pay the $10,000. Get rid of that debt.
I'll see what I can do. But he's done enough.
He can do more. That's what parents are for. You can't do enough for your children. You know.
Oh, thank you for coming in the windmill. This is where I live.
It's very loud and annoying.
But you get used to it. It's like the biggest white noise machine ever.
We eat birds for breakfast every morning.
We take them from every morning. The birds fall from the sky, delivered at the doorstep.
These are my bird killing machines.
He looks like a bird. Wow.
Just really hates birds.
Wow, he just has paintings of this guy loves windmills. Yeah. He has paintings of windmills. He has art of windmills. Just everything is just.
He lives in a windmill.
Yeah, he lives in there.
Yeah, people get excited about things, you know.
I love windmills.
This one is about people who are many vegans and vegetarians like to boast about the health benefits of meat-free diet, but it turns out that their bones are very weak. You know Mariah Carey, beefs and boobs and beef.
Right.
She's on Instagram. She told me that Christy Brinkley was a vegetarian, and she fell down once and just like broke almost all the bones in her body. So she stopped being a vegan.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this is another one. This happens all the time. Here they go again. You know, the fish oil nonsense. Now they're discovering that it doesn't do anything. You know, really? Vitamins. Are you into vitamins? You don't just... They're expensive. You don't even know what's in the box, in the bottle. You know, it's just a big scam. Your body is so sophisticated. It's my opinion. It doesn't need any shit from a counter or a manufacturer.
Right.
So they're saying fish oil doesn't do shit now?
Yeah, they said millions of Americans have been taking fish oil supplements since the American Heart Association in 2017 suggested they could shrink the risk of death following a heart attack. Now, more rigorous research indicates that these omega-3 fatty acid supplements do nothing to boost heart health and may have negative effects.
Whoa. Weird.
In one study, the longest and largest of the kind, nearly 26,000 people with no history of heart problems were given a daily courses of either fish oil supplements, vitamin D, or a placebo. After 5 years, about and then they're going to go to 3.6 and all this. And then we have to figure out what 3.6 is, and then a percentage of 5.9 of 26.7. And then before you know it, you don't know what the hell they're talking about. But I think what they're just talking about is fish oil is a scam. Just another scam to separate you from your money, from your wallet. Just another scam. Another scam.
Right.
Your body produces all the chemicals it needs.
And they were so huge on fish oil.
They're big. Big on it.
Jeremiah's going, cuckoo, cuckoo.
No.
I gotta get out of here.
I'm listening. I'm taking it in. I'm like, is everything that I've been told?
Remember just a couple years ago how huge that push was?
Yeah, and then krill oil.
Yeah.
And you can eat eggs. Then you can't eat eggs. Now it's okay to eat eggs twice a week. Now it's okay to eat 3. You know, it's just the marketing bullshit.
Right.
You know, oh, God, I don't mean to curse.
These fat cats at these fish companies. Swear to God.
It's easy to curse. It's harder to not
catfish
curse.
companies. I mean, come on.
And then we have the big story about the monolith. The monolith.
The monolith?
Oh.
You heard about that, Dylan?
Yeah, the one in the desert.
Disappearing, man. It's disappearing.
It's in San Diego
What do you think?
right
No.
No, they said there's 3 guys that came in a wheelbarrow and took it away. The one in Utah.
I think it started off as something real, like an artist or something did it, or somebody left it over from a movie, and then like all this crap lately. Obviously, I think it's just pranksters and like YouTubers doing.
That
this.
makes sense. So yeah, they can get more clicks of people like looking at it and poking in stuff like that.
We set up a monolith in Philadelphia, and we watched as idiots looked at it and took selfies. Let's go to the scene right now with Devin.
Yeah.
Devin made this out of 14 pieces of metal.
Hi, I'm Devin. I've got 99 million subscribers on YouTube, and we prank idiots.
We bought a monolith, so we just figured we'd get some use out of it.
It reminds me of that Who album where they're pissing on that big cement thing.
Look at that. Is that even the same one, or is that a fake?
This is a fake one that keeps on being.
God. It's like Banksy.
Yeah.
Oh, I follow Banksy.
He's cool. I bet he did something like this. I wouldn't be surprised if they said Banksy did the model.
Well, the thing is that this thing on Google Maps has been reported since like 2014, so it's been there for a while.
Oh,
you
wow.
know, so this isn't like a new thing. You could actually see it from old map data.
Right, that's what this says. Yeah. It's just the helicopter was counting sheep or something, wildlife, and they happened to see it. But yeah, it had been there for quite some time. Close to 1.2 million people were screened by the Transportation Security Administration at airports on the Sunday after Thanksgiving, the most since March 16th, but still down 60% from last year. California's investigators have identified $400 million paid on some 21,000 unemployment benefits claims improperly filed in the names of California prison inmates. The frauds include claims in the names of 133 inmates on death row.
Great. Great.
Wow.
An ex-Tesla worker agreed to pay his former employee $400,000 after admitting to leaking confidential information about production delays at the company's Gigafactory in Nevada to a report. So is that what Tesla's is? On the way to Vegas, that big thing with all
No.
you know, the lights on the way to Vegas?
No, that's something
solar.
else.
That's a solar. That has nothing to do with Tesla. That thing's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And the last one is the wisdom. The wit and wisdom. Some of them we understand, some of them we don't.
Okay.
First one is, you must take care that your opinions do not differ in the least from those of the person with whom you are talking. You might just as well be alone. That's a good one. But sometimes it's too hard. It's easy just to agree with people. It's just too hard.
Right.
Just agree with whatever they're saying.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's how, like,
I mean,
Thanksgiving
it's too much. You know, who wants an argument everywhere you go? A discussion everywhere you go. The next one is, never wear your best trousers when you go out to fight for freedom and truth. That's understandable. Wear old clothes. You wouldn't have trouble about that.
I'm ready.
You're ready to go at any time.
Yeah.
With your, well, you owe $10,000 in debt. You don't want your father to pay, and you're running around with ripped T-shirts.
Right, you know.
But you got a new T-shirt now, so you'll be okay.
Yeah, I got the new shirt.
The problem of victory are more agreeable than those of defeat, but they are no less difficult. Winston Churchill. Old age is the right to be absolutely ourselves. That's a good one. Yeah, you got to be comfortable in your own skin. That's what I like about you two gentlemen. I know you are very comfortable in your own skin. It bleeds out in your show and in your interactions at the club. Dylan, I think you're the same way. You like when you meet people, there's no hidden agendas. What you see is what you get. You know, a lot of people you'll talk to and something's going on, you know.
Or they do the thing where they're looking over your shoulder to see if there's somebody else who they'd rather be talking to.
Yeah, or you know what gets me sometimes if you shake somebody's hand, but they don't look you in the eyes when they're doing it.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
a turn off.
Hey, how you doing, man? Yeah.
What? That's
good to see you.
That's a turn off.
Yeah.
Hey, Holtzman, how's the family?
Yeah, it's eye contact and the hand, but I think shaking hands is going to be something of the past. I think. It will too.
Is it going to be fist bumps or shoulder? I've gotten a couple of these.
That's kind of getting old too.
Yeah,
that's getting old too.
I like mouth kissing.
A nice welcome mouth kiss.
Yeah, I believe that old age is. Mass propaganda discovered that its audiences were ready at all times to believe the worst, no matter how absurd, and did not particularly object to being deceived because it held every statement to be a lie anyway. There is, of course, a difference between what a man seizes and what he really possesses. There is, of course, a difference between what a man seizes and what he really possesses. Once you read the last one, you got a great, you know all the words. Read the last one if you want. So,
The very last one?
yeah. If you want,
There's, of course, a difference between what a man seizes and what he really possesses.
Oh no, I already did that one. The next one. Sorry. The very last one.
Let's do the first one again. If you must take care that your opinions do not differ. I'm just kidding. Excess on occasion is exhilarating, and it prevents moderation from acquiring the deadening effect of a habit.
It's pretty neat, huh? You know what that means, Dylan?
No, I got lost. I got lost in the
It
sentence.
means kind of like go nuts, go to a hotel with 6 strippers and get drunk once in a while, just so you don't
Let loose.
fall into
Okay.
You want to read it again?
Yeah.
You can. The last one, the very last one.
Excess on occasion is exhilarating. Okay, cool. I get that. It prevents moderation from acquiring the deadening effect of a habit. Okay. I have trouble on the last sentence, but I think I know.
Right.
That's good.
So that's it for dead air. I mean, not dead air. I'm sorry. 1:30, 2:30. Yeah, it is almost. Damn, it just run out of time on this program. That's the end of items of interest. Is what I meant. I do want to have. Just want to ask you 10 questions. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go first with Jeremiah. 10 questions. If you were a famous rock star, who would you want to be? The Redban and the producers came up. We added this is a new name to this list, so we're kind of excited about this. So, if you were a famous rock star, who would you want to be? Freddie Mercury, Liberace, Elton John, George Michael, or Boy George? Boy George.
I like how they're all a very specific kind of rock star. I guess
Freddie.
Yeah.
I'd
He burned bright and fast, but
I think I'd pick Freddie too.
yeah.
Have you ever been attracted to your mother?
I haven't. No.
Okay. Number 3, have you ever been attracted to somebody else's mother?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Reagan.
Number 4,
Oh, Vicky.
are you difficult to work with?
I certainly do not think so. I'm a very collaborative person, and I always have an ensemble mindset.
That's not what Dylan told me. But number 5, if you were a dog, what breed would you want to be?
A dachshund.
That was quick.
Oh, absolutely. They're my favorite. Wiener dogs are my favorite.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they do have quite a personality. They really do.
They really do. Yeah.
They're so small, but they think they're real big.
I know.
They'll bark at people and things that are just huge. Crazy.
They're great.
Number 6, do you hate your mother?
Not at all. I love my mom.
Number 7, have you ever walked out without paying at a restaurant?
No, I haven't. Have been tried to be coaxed into that, but I have not done
They
that.
call that dining and dashing.
I know, yeah.
And number 8, have you ever had sex with yourself on an airplane?
I have not. No, not on an airplane. No. Other places, yes, but not on an airplane.
You're a good citizen, man. Number 9, if you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be?
I wish I had a better poker face sometimes.
Number 10, if you, but that's the price you pay for being so open and honest.
Yeah, I guess so.
And no baggage and no agendas, no hidden, when you're talking to somebody, you're just talking to somebody.
Yeah.
Number 10, if you won the lotto, what would be the first thing you would do or buy?
I don't know. I don't know if it'd be the first thing, but it would definitely be some property for me and some family members for sure. I'm not a big car guy, but yeah. And then, yeah, I think that would be the first thing. Would be probably property for me and some family members.
And the bonus question: do you believe there is God?
Absolutely.
Are you ready, Dylan? Thank you.
Yeah. Yes.
Where would you go in the world if you had a whole expense-paid trip? This would include your airfare and your tickets, your hotel, your transportation to and from the airfield, anything you bought with duty-free on the flight, maybe refreshments. I mean, they're charging for everything now on the airplane. Anything you bought, souvenirs, postage stamps, meals, incidentals, field trips, maybe while you're on holiday, admission tickets to shows. Just you didn't have to pay for anything.
Okay. All expense. Berlin.
Berlin.
Yeah.
Do you like brunettes or blondes? Number 2.
Brunettes.
Number 3. What was your best comedy experience?
Doing Lights Out with David Spade.
And what was your best comedy experience? What was your best comedy experience?
I don't even. I'm very grateful that I have many, so I couldn't even go down the list.
Okay, I know you got a big resume, my friend. Number 4. What's your favorite movie star?
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
How terribly disappointing. I guess.
I know.
Your favorite movie star?
Jim Carrey.
Yeah, I liked him. I liked him the best in Pet Detective.
Oh, it's so good.
Pet Detective made me laugh out loud.
Oh yeah, it's hilarious.
Oh, it was a great movie.
I think a comedy should make you laugh out loud.
Yeah, that'd be the idea.
Yeah, that's true.
These romantic comedies, sometimes they just fall short.
They do.
5. What is your favorite movie?
Probably The Godfather.
Which one?
The first.
Yours?
Dumb and Dumber tied with Tommy Boy.
I liked when the old guy was beating up Adam Sandler. I liked that one. Bob Barker.
Oh,
yeah.
Happy Gilmore.
Yeah. Some people don't think that's a funny scene, but
No,
I like
hilarious.
I like when old
It's
people
Bob-
act young.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, just beats the shit out of him.
great.
Yeah.
And beating up old people is fun too, if they can, in movies and stuff, What was your favorite? Did I ask you what your favorite movie is?
Mm-hmm. Tommy Boy and Dumb and Dumber.
Okay. Number 7. Number 6. What was your favorite subject in high school?
Social studies.
Okay. Number 7. Are you a Jehovah's Witness? And if not, do you know a Jehovah's Witness?
I'm not a Jehovah's Witness, and I don't know any personally.
Good. We're real happy about that. Number 8. Do you hate your mother?
No.
Number 9. If you could, what law would you change, or what law would you make?
I would make a law where I don't know, anything defending free speech.
And
I would make a law where you would get in trouble if you made like a false accusation against someone. Like if you were to like film someone's comedy set or something, I feel like comedy sets should be protected. Like if you're in a club and someone films it, I don't think it should be legal that person posts it online.
Okay. Number 10. Have you ever considered hurting yourself?
Yes. But not anymore.
Good. Yeah, we don't. We. It's a tricky question, but I forget where I was. Your bonus question: if you weren't an American, what country would you want to be from?
Spain. I like Spain.
Yeah, I've heard great things about Spain. Have you been overseas?
I have not.
Now, because we missed so many days, believe it or not, this is a first. This is
What?
items of interest too, but we're running really late, so I'm only going to do one story.
Holtzman,
you got to go.
I
You got to
love
go.
you. I have to go. I'm so
all right,
sorry.
no, that's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay. This is a rather long podcast.
No, it's all good.
I'm happy you
scheduled
were able
things
to
a little
come
bit
here.
too back to back, but yeah.
Okay.
Check out Jeremiah Watkins on Amazon, Spotify, iTunes, anything. Check out the video. Buy it, don't rent it. It's called Jeremiah Watkins Family Reunion. There you go, right there. See it right there.
Thank you very much for having me. I had a great time.
No, I don't want to keep you if you got to go. I know you.
Yeah.
Got the you got other shit to do.
Thank you so
Jeremiah,
much.
congrats on everything.
Dude, thank you guys.
All right, get home
Ryan,
safe.
Awesome to see you, brother. Good to see you.
All right, that was so long, buddy.
Yeah, look at all this merch. I love it.
Thanks for coming, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
And so that was nice of him to come. You know, he's got a lot of things going on with the child and everything.
Yeah.
So I just want to read this one thing, if you don't mind, Dylan.
Absolutely.
This is one of the items of interest that has been with me since I read it. And if you don't know about it, it's one of the nicest stories, true stories, item of interest. All right, here it goes. George Clooney faced an unusual problem in 2013, said so-and-so and so-and-so. How to get $14 million in cash. He wanted to surprise 14 of his longtime friends with a gift of $1 million each. Most of my friends are older than me, explains Clooney, 59. In 2013, he had gotten a huge payday through a cut of the film Gravity, but hadn't started dating his future wife, Amel, or had kids. I thought what I do have on these guys who all over 30. I mean, why do people have to write like crazy people? He says, I thought what I do have on these guys who've all over 35 years helped me. Okay, they could have said it really much. They could have said it a little bit easier than that. My God. So Clooney says, I slept on their couches when I was broke. They loaned me money. If I get hit by a bus, they're all in the will. Why am I waiting to get hit by a bus? Clooney got a beat-up van with florists on it. I guess that was to disguise the money. Hired security guys and went to a secret vault in Los Angeles. I packed in $1 million cash, which isn't as much as you think, weight-wise, into these bags, these little bags, Tumi bags, whatever that is, Tumi. He says, the next day his friends came over. I held up a map and pointed to all the places I got to go in the world because of them. He says, after word got out of his generosity, Clooney bumped into a really rich a-hole in Las Vegas who asked him, why would you do that? Clooney replied, why wouldn't you do that, you schmuck? Did you hear about this? Mm-hmm. Is that a wonderful story or what?
Great. And he even paid for the taxes for all the money also. So like
it was just $1 million.
So they got a straight $1 million, and then he also paid the excess of the tax, which is probably about $1.5 million each, if not more, so they wouldn't have to worry about all that.
Wow.
And then it probably cost him a lot of money to get the bank to give him $14 million in cash divided up 14 times.
Right. And all that's
already counted. Wow. Because you go to the bank now, you can't even get a clean $100 bill.
Right.
Oh, we don't have it. Comes out of the machine. You know, you can't get any money at the bank. Just regular people. Imagine asking for $14 million.
Why did he just give checks?
Because
It's not as dramatic.
it's not. Yeah, it's just something about.
Yeah, but if he gave me $1 million, I'd be like, fuck, I gotta get to the bank. I'd be scared just to have it.
Bags.
Yeah.
So do you think he painted the florist on the van to disguise what he was doing?
Yeah, so no one would be like,
Yeah.
oh, it's a security truck.
This was a whole operation. That's
Oh
cool.
man, yeah, you couldn't take the chance of $14 million without security.
No. You got guns involved. You got.
And
you
took
have
him,
to.
and it probably took him a considerable amount of time to get $14 million in cash.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they had to probably get that shipped over. Cause I don't know a bank that would probably just be like, oh yeah, here's $14 million that we just got in the back.
Right.
Well, I want to thank you, Dylan, for coming on.
Oh, well, thank you for having me. This has been really fun.
You're a very funny guy, and I hope you had a good time today on Dead Air. And I know it kind of runs kind of long.
Oh.
It's I think we started at 1:30. It's about 2 hours. So I don't blame Jeremiah for having to go. So in closing, do you want to promote anything? Plug anything?
Oh yeah, sure. Instagram. You can find me, on Instagram.
Right.
And then I would just say keep a look out there because I think I'm thinking about this move to Austin and with that starting my own stuff. So if you want to keep up,
and check out Dylan on YouTube also. Like when he was on David Spade, very hilarious sets. You could find that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Dynamite. The Redban, you got anything you want to talk about?
No, I'm good.
Okay, you guys, if you want a Dead Air T-shirt, we ordered a bunch for the holiday season, and stay safe, stay healthy, and thanks for listening. And we'll see you next time on Dead Air. Thank you. Thanks, Redban. Thanks, Dylan.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Bad Ashley. Thank you.